I'm in frame. Let's see where we're at. Cool. It looks good. Let's get started. I'm going to start shuffling. Hi Virgo, we're doing a rest of January's predictions reading, focusing on the rest of January 2025. So I'm going to pull 3 cards from the Celestial Bodies Oracle deck, and then we'll be clarifying with tarot. The tarot deck is the Light Seers tarot deck, which is in the description box as well. As I'm shuffling, set your intentions. What sort of messages would you like to hear or know about for the rest of January 2025? I'm going to set my intention as your reader now. Spirit, please tune me into my Virgo's energies. To those who are watching this video, please help me offer the most clear, honest messages to the Virgos who I am channeling for. Okay, let's get into it. Spirit, what is happening for Virgo for the rest of January? What is happening for Virgo for the rest of January? Your first card is 1. What is happening for Virgo for the rest of January? Okay, we have another card. We have Mercury, which is a planet quite close with your sign. And we have Fixed coming out reversed. Interesting. At the back of the deck is Waning Crescent. So these oracle cards are helping us identify key themes for the rest of January for you. At the time that I am going live, it is the 14th of January, so we still have over 2 weeks left of this month. With Waning Crescent reversed at the back of the deck, this kind of feels like you guys are going to need to figure out what you're not willing to let go of yet. Waning Crescent can feel like things are kind of like wrapping up, and there's this feeling of I'm not finished yet. I'm actually not finished yet. So some business needs to be handled in the sense of I feel like something has been left unsaid, especially with Mercury here. You guys still have things to say, things to communicate, and also things to explore when it comes to researching ideas that have been swirling around your head. The next 2 weeks is definitely going to be about gathering more information, feeling more informed about what's happening around you so that you can best figure out how to react and how to kind of go ahead with your plans. I feel like this is a month for planning. I'm not going to lie. There's also indication here that you're going to be starting something new with this 1 card. I'll pull tarot to clarify, but this gives me themes of like fresh start, you know, blank slate type of vibes. Spirit, what is this 1 energy for my Virgos? Whoops. What is this 1 theme about for my Virgos? We have the Page of Wands coming out. You're very excited about this. You can hardly contain your excitement. And the 5 of Cups, picking up the pieces. Page of Pentacles at the back of the deck. So this 1 theme is definitely about you giving yourself the chance to be a student again, maybe an apprentice, trying something new, and really learning. You want more. You want more experience. You want more skills. So the Page of Pentacles feels like an apprenticeship. It's like you're going back to being a student and being a bit more humble when it comes to your quest for knowledge. This is also about you admitting that you're at a turning point in your life where you're almost willing to just be more flexible. Now, The flexibility is still limited. I feel like the Page of Pentacles isn't the most flexible sign, and it's very in line with your Virgo energy. This flexibility is limited by having a plan as well. You're flexible in that you want to kind of like expand your roots, but you're doing that with a plan in mind. You're not just kind of throwing it out there and hoping it falls into place. The thing is, you are a mutable sign, so you're not as rigid as the other earth signs. You still have this energy within you of wanting to kind of be able to pivot if you need to. As much as you may like plans like the rest of the earth signs, you also crave knowledge and you crave the ability to feel like you have done everything you want to do from an inquisitive point of view. So January has you thinking about expanding, laying roots in ways where you are a student again. You're very excited about this. I feel like I'm talking in circles about you being a student. So let's talk about the Page of Wands now. You're very excited about this new beginning. It has you feeling more excited about who you are as a person. It has you feeling a little bit more passionate about your daily routine and excited about the future. You guys are being a bit ambitious with this, and in that you're being a bit naive in the next 2 weeks, but I don't want to take that away from you because this is your spark. This is what's getting you out of bed in the morning. This is what's making you more happy throughout your day. So let's just embrace that energy. Let's not put any heavy energy on that. I think that with the Page of Wands here, you guys may be planning to travel, and the goal behind all of this energy, whether you do travel or not, the goal behind you wanting to kind of expand your roots has to do with you trying to make sure that you're embracing experiences in 2025 and you're really setting the tone in January. This feels like you are overcoming something that let you down in the past. You're still recovering from a feeling of loss and disappointment. And you're trying not to let it take the best of you. It almost feels like whatever this was, whatever disappointment you experienced, it not only let you down emotionally, but it's been really hard for you to shake. It's been weighing over you a little bit too much. So in the next 2 weeks, you're opening yourself up to a new beginning, which you are creating. It's not coming to you. It's you going out there and finding it for yourself, being more excited, trying to be a bit more passionate, trying to allow a little bit more spontaneity, a little bit more flexibility, and ultimately gaining experiences so that you feel like you're not missing out on anything. That's what this one energy is about. So let's have a look at your next theme, sweet souls. We have Mercury showing up for you next, which I did kind of show you briefly. Mercury as a planet can be very fast moving. Yes, it is a planet of information and communication, but this feels like your next 2 weeks are going to go pretty quickly. So let's have a look at why communication is relevant and what is happening with this theme. Spirit, what does Mercury mean for my Virgos? Wow. Chaos. That's happened a few times though. I think it's just the deck that I keep using. No, it was the other deck last time. Spirit, what is Mercury? Okay. We have the Five of Wands reverse. This did come out for one of the other earth signs, so you may have more than one earth sign. I'm sorry for the lag. Let's see if it fixes itself. Okay, there. What else? Ooh. Eight of Cups upright. I might just keep it at that actually. We'll do 2 cards. The Seven of Wands reversed. So what's moving fast? To be honest, you are. There are people that want to be around you, but you're not. Seven of Wands as your bottom deck energy. This theme is all about you making people compete because you're sick of it. You're not going to do the most anymore. You refuse to be an underdog. You refuse to do too much for people who don't do enough. So this does feel like you setting boundaries, and it also feels like you acknowledging that you want to start this year not being somebody else's energy slave. Like maybe you felt like certain people were just expecting you to always be available to them. And so Mercury is you trying to communicate your emotional needs as well as your energetic boundaries. And this is especially important in the next 2 weeks. As we wrap up January, people are wondering where you are. Are you coming? Can I drop by? Is this still a plan that we have? And it's going to be up to you to kind of decide where you stand, because your two tarot cards indicate that you're really trying to make sure that you're putting your own emotional needs first. You're inevitably going to be walking away from an emotionally unfulfilling situation, because with the Five of Wands reversed, this situation was too competitive, too chaotic, too emotionally jarring, and it made you feel like there was always tension. There was always stress. So we're finding ways to communicate our needs so that we can de-stress and get rid of that competitive tension. This is very important for you. And the beautiful thing about the Eight of Cups in this deck, Virgo, is that instead of walking in darkness after you walk away from an emotionally unfulfilling situation, you're walking towards the horizon and you're seeing the sun rise. So you know that this is the right thing to do in the next 2 weeks. This conversation has to happen. And it's important that you set a standard for yourself so that these people know how to treat you. Because I have a feeling you're not ending something, you're setting a new tone with the Eight of Cups. You're rewriting the pattern of behavior and showing people how to treat you moving forward, but you're not cutting them out of your life completely. This could be a sibling with Mercury here. It could be a colleague. It could be a best friend. It's definitely someone who you feel confident enough to communicate with, but it's not giving me like a spouse or a love interest. If you are dating though, I could see how you're trying to tell people like, look, I don't want all of that. Like, I know that we're in a competitive environment on this dating app or in this dating world, but I don't want any of that stress. I don't want any of that specific behavior in my life. So that's what I'm seeing with those two cards. And then over here with this fixed energy is really about trying to untangle something in your life. Sometimes when we see a fixed sign showing up reversed, it almost feels like we're trying to unstick something, as though we felt really, I don't want to say burdened, but maybe tethered. So instead of feeling like this is how it has to be because it's always been this way, we're going, no, it doesn't. And we are seeing a lot of that in your other themes as well. I can't help but feel like you could be dealing with either really stubborn people, or you've been dealing with situations that have had no room for compromise. And enough is enough. So the next 2 weeks you're going, this isn't it. And I need to find something that works better for me. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at what this fixed energy means for you. What is this fixed energy? Okay, we have the Three of Cups upright. Wow. We have the Eight of Wands upright. And at the back of the deck is the Three of Wands, also upright. This is actually really beautiful, Virgo. I really like this for you. I think that this last theme is what helps you feel more grounded, ironically. As flexible as you're trying to be, you are still an earth sign and you need to have some form of stability in your life in order to feel like the best version of yourself. And this is how you're gaining it. This area of your life brings a lot of hope, brings a lot of optimism. There's an energy here of things are going really well for me. And even if I'm not where I want to be, I know things are going to improve. This is where you feel more confident about the rest of the year. This theme is about associating yourself with people who really bring the positive vibes as well, having the right people in your corner, and making time for the people who matter in the next 2 weeks. You're going to have to make sure that you're making time for your friends and for those people who really bring out the best version of you, who make you feel connected, wholesome, joyful, and happy, all of that. Now, the Three of Wands can be a card of yearning, and it can be a card of anticipation. So it feels like in the next 2 weeks, you're anticipating something. You're waiting for something more to happen, and you're excited about it. It could have to do with reuniting with friends who you've been apart from for some time, because this Three of Cups is a beautiful feeling of coming together with people who you love and care about and being able to enjoy each other's company. This is very heavy on your mind. You're excited for change. You are having this kind of current of change wash through you, and you're aware of the fact that the last 2 weeks of January are going to bring about this positive shift of community and being surrounded by the right community of people. Now that is inspiring you with the Eight of Wands. You're inspired to want to expand. You're inspired to want to, with this Eight of Wands, embrace and communicate and react quickly. So you have this desire to just take advantage of these opportunities with your community, doing the things that you enjoy. You could really be throwing yourself into some passion projects, making sure that you don't lose momentum by bringing a lot of passion into your tasks. There's this excitement of how things are going to change over here. And it's beautiful because it's radiating from within you. Not only are you feeling inspired by the people around you, but you're inspiring them. You have this positive tone and it's very infectious. It's lovely to finish on. Is there anything else that Virgo needs to know, Spirit? Because you've been a very quick reading, sweet souls. Let's pull some more cards. Is there anything else that Virgo needs to know? That's why you're excited. You guys may be a bit bored at the moment. Four of Cups came out first. You guys may be feeling a bit bored. But the Four of Cups can also be about like having options and just not being inspired by them. Like, what is this? This isn't it. It's like when your mum tells you, no, we have food at home. And you're like, the food at home isn't what I want though. Interesting analogy. There could be something to do with your parents over here too. I feel like the rest of January is about seizing the opportunities that you have while also acknowledging that you kind of deserve more. So it's up to you to try to make more for yourself. Unfortunately, things aren't just going to come knocking at your door. You kind of have to get out there. You have to set a plan for yourself and you have to set intentions and then follow up. I really think that your emotions and your feeling of like, ugh, I feel stuck and this isn't enough, are inspiring you to kind of step out of yourself and to go seek opportunities. Now, we also have two queens coming out, the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords. You have an interesting relationship with the Queen of Swords because you can understand how the Queen of Swords works, but it's also hard for you to relate to the Queen of Swords and how they choose to communicate. So with these two cards reversed, I feel like these are two people in your life. Could be feminine energies, doesn't have to be. It just feels like in the next 2 weeks, you could be dealing with two big personalities who may have an authority position over you. Could be a boss, could be a teacher, could be, you know, a family member. And we're clashing a little bit when it comes to the way that they think we should do things versus what we want to do. It's like the Queen of Swords thinks they know everything and is trying to give us advice, but we're turning around and we're going, no. Like, respectfully, I appreciate your opinion. I know that you're wise, you're intelligent, but that's not what I want to do. And that's why with the Queen of Cups reversed, we're having a hard time opening up and connecting in this situation. So what it feels like is protect your feelings, don't overshare in this situation, and really trust that whatever you are feeling is valid and you deserve to honor that feeling by doing something about it. It's going to be within your realm of action for you to make an opportunity and follow it. You can't wait for this to change. You're the thing that has to create the change. So I hope that makes sense, sweet souls. That's what I'm seeing for the rest of January. It has been an absolute pleasure to read for you, Virgo. I wish you peace, prosperity, abundance, happiness, health, wealth, success, and joy on your journey ahead. Until we meet again, look after your beautiful selves. Thank you for joining me live if you were watching. Thank you for exchanging energy at any point that you found this video, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.